Right. So when I have this harness position here, okay, I'm here, okay, I have to worry about Dan getting around for my gun. And, you know, it can be arm under, and this is what we'll address later. But I'm really going to be playing from here, where we were just at, okay? And when I'm under the arm, it's going to be a spinning arm lock, which is going to be applying a pressure to the elbow joint, which we're learning later. So we're starting from this frame position, okay? All right, so one arm's back here and here. He reaches through here and he grabs, okay? So what does the move look like? Okay, handcuff. I'll put him in the room. So my guys, you're seeing repetitive movements, right? That have been through the instructor class and some of the other stuff. We're just applying things that we already know in a different way of getting them. Okay. So the feed is on top, officer, one arm over, arm back here. Dan's reaching through to grab him my gun. All right, he's dedicated. He's trying to bring the shield up because he really wants to get it. I go with it. And I trap it. This is where I pop it away. Grab my own wrist. Okay. Now I place him back down. Now I go through that movement we just went through. The handcuff. Bring your leg back, get back to where we were. Now we do a knee switch the other way. Now from here, I pull him up into it. Okay? Important concept we learned here in some of the other classes. If he starts fighting me, drop my elbow down here and I can apply the submission here. The handcuff is all I have to do is create space. My knee moves away, let go of the lock, and let him roll in this space. Right here for the combat crouch we've been working from. Done. Start with the overhook. Dan chuck in the head. Dan's trying to grab my firearm. Maybe he gets it, maybe he doesn't, but I'm going to go with it. All right, from here, this is what it looks like. I pinch. This knee comes up. All right, so here, he does forward move. This comes over here. Now this is where I have the leverage to get my hand back here, pop it off my firearm, grab my own wrist. Okay. Now from here, my knee goes back down, and I get this reverse alarm lock again. Okay, to apply the pressure, what do I need to do? Hip, knee slide in, step over, crunch, turn. Can I stay here the whole time until backup gets here? Do I have to go through a handcuffing position? No. Just to complete the system, this is what it would look like. But once again, if the law enforcement pile comes and they pull him out, I'm okay with that. But to get him stomach down with rhyme or reason, remove the hook, go back both knees down. Now we turn our knee slide here and open up our hips towards our opponent's hips. Okay? Now I step over. I don't have to go to my knee, but I pull him up. Important thing with here, this elbow here comes down to the hip line. Now I turn to get the submission. Okay? Again, if I need to take it. If I want to handcuff, I create some space, let go of my own wrist, let him slide in this space right into this combat crunch again, over here, and then I'm over. Okay? So, common mistakes. Starting from the wrong position. Okay? This is not starting from this. This one is starting from here. Okay? Which is based off of that frame. He reaches through and he wants to grab my gun. I pinch. Okay? By me blading and coming up on my foot, I'm bringing the firearm out of his reach. Now I go to this wrist, right? Now I grab my own wrist. Okay? Now from here, important is this knee goes back on the hip line as I place this. Now I clear this arm again. All right? We've seen this, as we know this. Okay? We've walked through the submission. Now to handcuff. Most people will get confused here. What do? Pick this leg back, go right back from where you came from. All right? From here, now you just have to remember, we have to do an opposite side knee slide. Step over, A lot of people will make the mistake of coming here. I don't need to, I just pull him up into it, and I close this space. We've learned this position in other classes, those that have been with me. The most common mistake is staying here. But what can you do, Dan? He can scoot his hips out. That's the purpose of this. When I'm in here, dropping my elbow here. Can you do it now, Dan? Okay, now to create space, my knee slides away. Okay, now I let go of my own lock, come to the elbow here, and I just roll him in this space, and this is where I got the combat crunch. Okay, what does it look like here without a training partner? I'm in this position here. Dan reaches through, I come back, pitch, pitch. This leg comes up. Grab the wrist, go around through here, grab my own wrist. Okay, from here, I drop that knee, put him in that reverse position right here. Okay, from here, I can do a knee slide up towards the opponent's head. Boom. Step over for a submission. Apply. The handcuff. This leg steps back. I go back to my knees. Now I do a knee slide in the opposite direction. Okay, now from here, as I just step over and I pull him up, closing this space. Remember, elbow on the inside here, touching his hip. Now, all right, I got the submission there. If I want to take it again, he's become compliant. I move to a handcuffing position. Move this back knee away, let go of my wrist, put the hand here, let him fall in that space, and this is where I have the combat crunch. Any questions?